the amount of things I've tried in my life that have like not worked out.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, like that would have been nice if that worked out, or like, oh, I actually didn't really enjoy that.
Yeah.
But I would have never known unless I did it. But like, I'm so glad that I never gave up the energy to try something new because I never would have done this radio show.
Yeah, man. And it's so your radio show is so important, Russ. It's one of the first it's one of the first things I saw on the music scene when I was looking on Instagram back in the UK and such. It's like I saw the videos of what's going off, and I think it is so important. And sometimes artists and such might not know how to build a music scene. It takes a lot of time to realize what's needed and understand the importance again of even content and that mixed in with the community sort of thing. So your show is so important as well, dude. It really is to music community.
I appreciate that, and I say this because like with you and your label, it's a new venture, right?
Yeah.
So when it, whatever it evolves into being, like the idea of just trying something new, and anyone who's listening out there, like if there's something you're curious about, just like try it.
Yeah, 100%.
It might work.
It might work. It might work. It might totally fail. But who cares? Who cares if it fails? It's like you just get up and just get on with something new. And I think I always take that whenever you need inspiration for things like that, I always think the amount of celebrities, whether it's music celebrities or it's successful musicians or successful entrepreneurs, they all say the same thing. They failed tens of hundreds of times in projects that they've done every time before they hit the big time doing whatever they're doing, and it's quite clear, and I've learned myself on everything in life is making mistakes is the only way you will get better at something. It's the same thing with music. Your first load of songs are gonna be terrible.
Yeah,
but you get better.
The first time you're in a studio, do you remember the first time you were recording in the studio?
Yeah, so I have a good friend back home, Pete Thompson. Who
shout out Pete Thompson, baby.
Yeah. So Pete really introduced me to recording essentially, and doing even this side of recording. He had a small little studio in his garage, which he still has, which is a great spot, right in studio. And I recorded my first EP there, and that relationship just grew into me just hanging out and finding out about plugins and finding out about Pro Tools and finding out about mic placement and things like that, and we kind of just dived ideas off of stuff, and just any advice ever, I just reached out to him. So yeah, and that was a great experience to then, and also give me the confidence to start recording my own music at like 16 or something like that. So yeah, shout out Pete Thompson for sure.
He's doing it, and that's it. Like if you hadn't done that with Pete, you might not have been here.
Yeah, 100%. I say it. Yeah, I start. That all came from I was doing a whole lot of gigs in my local community back home, where parents and my neighbours were driving me to gigs, and we're doing videos. The camcorder was set up and everything, and we were like, oh well, we should start. Should make it. I started when Ed Sheeran came around. Essentially, I started writing songs because I was like watching this guy with the loop pedal. I was like, whoa, this is incredible, sort of thing, and that's what I was trying to do. So yeah, I just thought, well, if Ed Sheeran can do it, then why can't I do it? So I started writing some songs, and yeah, here we are. Like, I don't know, 12 years later, if my math's even good enough.